Did Chris like Minkman?
I don't know. I don't know if he mentioned it. Chris is definitely into writing. He's a pretty good writer himself.
You are too. You're a very good writer.
Everybody hates it.
Who?
Everybody hates it.
Who does? I don't. I like it.
Most people hate my writing.
Really?
I got a lot of stuff in here that's unreleased. This is my new book I won't release because nobody wants to fucking buy it.
Yeah, but Cal had a good suggestion, just like put little excerpts out, right?
I have been doing that, and people have been really cool about that, so I have been utilizing that.
Rather than just say, buy my book, buy my book.
Yeah, no one's going to respond to that. Even if you're famous and well-known, no one's going to respond if you make it about you. But if you release something and you entice them, then they'll want more.
This is coming out of the virus when I had the virus, and it was early morning. I wrote this, I wrote this in like probably like 20 minutes. It's like a page and like a quarter. It's called Mr. Yeppers. I always do this thing called Yeps from Mr. Yeps. Yeps from Mr. Yeppers. I used to do that all the time. I did it at my wine job when I was in Costco, and it's kind of hung out. You get the proper lighting there.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna attempt to read this.
All
so
right.
This is the first time I've been on the camera reading, and this is not edited. So it's called Mr. Yeppers, and Mr. Yeps lives down by the sea. He's an amphibious being. Yeps from Mr. Yeppers. Mr. Yeps would pop out from behind sturdy elderly oak trees and random doorways located in purple shaded hedonistic buildings. Alright, so we'll be scroll down. Old Mr. Yeppers. He had been retired for years, but at one point did take on a second job as a poncho wearing balloon artist at the hottest Mexican restaurant in Nebraska until the margarita monkey got on his back and wouldn't let go. The fuck? He should be institutionalized.
What the hell's a margarita monkey?
Either be
Get this bastard.
or a millionaire.
Oh, let me explain. Get this bastard off me. Easier said than done. Worse than heroin, some say, as Mr. Yeppers would fall and stumble trying to create his balloon sculptures that went from masterful to deranged and laced with madness. Comedic approach. Does anyone like sock puppets? Mr. Yeppers had truly lost his fucking mind, and he would ask if anyone had seen his head while burping a fiery margarita mix and zesty enchiladas. Oh yes, the life and times of Mr. Yeppers, a man who was born blue but fought his way to freedom, such as on the evening of May 12, 19, But Mr. Yeppers was accosted by a notorious forest killer who had massacred countless amounts of innocent humans, prince-filled does, and two gargantuan-headed nefarious space cape-wearing extraterrestrials, all while merely trying to execute some balletic night-swimming maneuvers to cleanse his body and soul. Such a futile effort the forest killer made trying to end Mr. Yeppers' life, attempting to sneak up on Mr. Yeppers like he was some Amish person that had no street smarts and could not change a car tire if his life depended on it. But Mr. Yeppers would not be had. Mr. Yeppers was quick to show the forest killer a fucking thing or two, turning the lightning precision and grabbing the forest killer by the scruff of the neck. Go ahead, Mr. Yeppers growled at... Oh, sorry. Alright, editing error here. Mr. Yeppers growled at our former king of forest serial killers, ripping his fucking nose, eyes, heart from him in one swift angelic motion, turning in the night, chanting like a strengthened tribal being. Mr. Yeppers went back to finishing his balletic therapeutic night swimming before rising above the earth and having oh, sorry. Mr. Yeppers went back to the balletic therapeutic night swimming session before rising above the earth, having a stiff one and looking at the Lord above. Mr. Yeppers was now a mercenary of God. Amen. That's it.
Awesome. I like it. I could read that all day long.
Yeah, that's the...
Dude, you gotta put that on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.